Hello, everybody. My name is Kostiv. I'm user experience designer for ITL 4.0 Estonian cluster, and I'm very honored to present you today about Industry 4.0 Estonian digitalization and cooperation process automation case study. And I'm very honored to introduce my co-presenter, Urmo Sisask, who is the CEO of the manufacturing company, Estonia. And he is going to talk about the pain points he has in manufacturing. No, this is not a theory, this is a practical part, yeah? And after that, I'm going to give an overview in the case study how we solve these pain points. So, small video.
So, good afternoon. And first, few words about our company. Hürles is a Finnish origin company, and in Estonia, Hürles was established in the year 2008. And since spring 2009, we are manufacturing wide range of products from thin sheet metal. We are using punching and bending technologies and as well powder coating and assembly. In manufacturing, we are using lean manufacturing principles, and in our factory we have modern equipment. The level of automation is high, and we are using several robots in our manufacturing. We have about 80 people working in 2 shifts, plus the third shift, automated machines or robots as a third shift. And we are actually quite typical SME. And as well, we are growing, and rather quickly growing, which means that we have as well, of course, very ambitious plans, and to grow even faster, which naturally means a lot of investments, and this is always difficult to decide either to invest in IT or equipment. But finally, it's all about efficiency and productivity. So, together with ICT cluster, we have defined the most critical bottlenecks or pain points of our today's manufacturing.
Lights down in the back.
As I said, it's finally all about efficiency. And the questions are, how to grow and get more volumes and better profitability using current resources, equipment and employees? Do we really know how efficient we are using our current equipment? And as well, how efficiently our people are working? Do we know, or what can be done in a completely different way or much more efficient way? We found out that today we do not have a very clear picture. Yes, we are using ERP and several other programs for planning and production preparation, but still we do not see clearly the big picture. Especially the preparation time before production is too long and time-consuming. As well, all information is spread in different programs and several places, and this makes decision-making for the managers complicated. And again, production planning should be much more efficient with much longer view than today, as today's ERP is just giving you a forecast for the next 48 hours, but this is not enough. And as you know, today we have always a question about the labor. It is hard to find qualified people, and how to keep today's employees motivated this way that they are not leaving to another company or to your competitor. How to motivate the best people. Are we sure we know exactly who are the best? We have to measure exactly everyone's performance. Naturally, we are ready to pay more for excellent results at a higher salary, but this has to be based on real information. At the same time, we want to avoid or at least reduce the extra costs which are inevitable when doing overtime work. Our decision was to start digitalization with the help of ICT cluster. And now I give floor back to Andres, who will tell you what kind of solutions they provide or how to get pain relief.
So, to conclude the Urmo's presentation, that their first and main focus on the pain relief goes to digitalization of the factory. I'm going to talk about the case study of this digitalization, how 4 Estonian IT companies joined their forces, solutions, to create a unified solution. Now you're asking why so many IT companies? The answer is simple. We have many IT companies in Estonia, but any one of them cannot provide the full solution, yes, to serve all aspects and competencies and needs of the manufacturing. So in that sense, the only way to do big things for manufacturing than to help in the big pains is to cooperate. And these 4 companies are Tieto, who provides production planning software and also equipment efficiency monitoring software. Columbus, who provides production preparation software. ProExpert, who provides operator interface at the shop floor. And Fujitsu, who provides human resource and planning software. And of course, Hülle's Pilot Factory, who is part of the project as a pilot, and Industry 4.0 cluster, who is coordinating and project leading all this implementation effort. So, what's the solution? So you're looking now at this kind of 5 namings, which is Real-Time Factory, CAD-Link, Kanban, Operator Interface, and Persona. And they are all synchronized with the ERP software. So whatever this ERP software is in the manufacturing. So this is the way. And firstly, I'm going to talk about CAD-Link, how CAD-Link helps to pain of preparation for production for Hürles. So first of all, it reduces bill of material and routing input time, and avoids mistakes, which are typically that you read from the drawing and type into the ERP software. Human errors, 2 zeros. You know what 2 zeros can do in manufacturing. So it accelerates production preparation, and CAD-Link accelerates creation of manufacturing programs and equipment setup, up to routing even, synchronized comfortably with ERP. So here is the quick screenshot to the CAD-Link plugin. It's a plugin to 3D drawing software. And when the drawing is done, then actually the drawing has parts list, routing list, and this needs to synchronize between financial ERP software. And in this screen, you can see how these green areas are basically new stuff that goes to ERP that wasn't there before. And the yellow thing is that the stuff which is already in ERP and updated in 3D drawing software, for example, and you can update the namings or codes or something like that. But the magnificent part of this is that this small plugin can increase preparation efficiency up to 80%. I think that's really fantastic. Just sync to ERP and to financial software, there it goes. Next up, I'm going to talk about how Kanban reduces this kind of planning and this kind of long view of the production planning. So first of all, improves production accuracy. It gives longer than 48 hours view to the future, which is right now for Hürles. So they want to see the view like few weeks ahead or even more. And of course, for example, to take if there's some kind of smaller order comes in and it has been queued to the later, so something helps automatically to plan all combination of manufacturing and get this small piece done when resource is accidentally available. And of course, better utilization of current resources with that automatic production planning. So basically you give a robot permission to plan the production all the time, whatever happens. If some kind of machine breaks up and unscheduled maintenance or material is late, that software is on the production planning is on the autopilot. And this is a quick view to the gun plan. So it gives visual overview of what has been done, is planned in each work center, and of course a bill of material and routings as well. So next up, real-time factory. So real-time factory helps Hürles to solve the pain with the overall equipment efficiency. And it measures overall equipment efficiency to have situation awareness on equipment utilization. And at the same time also real-time situation that who does where and what. And also production planning with real-time factory at the equipment level. So you can do the production planning at the equipment level. This kind of quick view to the real-time factory. So 3D drawing of Hürles factory was made in this software. And you can see factory overall efficiency and factory overview, or machines overall efficiency, machines overview, etc. But when you combine this factory, real-time factory, and CAN plan production planning together, they give really unique value point, which boosts better planning, which of course gives better profitability for manufacturing. So to summarize these three solutions, I will show a small video to you, and let's roll.
This is the material that needs to become a product. But this is a factory. The material enters the factory. 3D drawing of the product is made. List of details and manufacturing process routing are synchronized with financial ERP software by CAD-Link plugin. CAN plan software automatically plans production, and production plan is updated in real time. Real-time factory software gives overview of who does what and where during production. The material becomes a product on time, and machines are well loaded. Better planning, better profitability with Estonian Industry 4.0 solution.
So, next one up, I'm going to talk about the human journey in manufacturing. So you saw this kind of material part, now let's look at the human part. So operator interface is a solution of also adding situation awareness at manufacturing software for employees. We are calling it employee experience in that sense. So first of all, it increases efficiency, reduces works and time losses, so people doesn't have to run across the factory to talk to the shop floor manager or production manager to synchronize information. Everything is done at the workstation. So this is a workstation interface on the tablet. It makes work time counting more transparent, so employees who are really worrying that their work time is correctly marked and counted because it's their salary. And also it enables build dream teams to combine best performance as ninja teams in the factory. So here is the quick overview of this. With the pressing continue button, you can continue your production work, you can pause it, you can view the manual, but the most important thing is that it gives this kind of first step to paperless factory, so you don't have papers at the workstations. And pain relief per persona. Persona helps Hürles with the human resource planning and scheduling, easy salaries, performances calculations, or synchronized with ERP as well, and also self-service for employees. So if employee becomes sick at home, they don't have to call or SMS to an employee and tell this, they just mark it in the app, and it already is being planned in CAN plan and ERP that they are sick at home, for example, or having a vacation. In this view, Also, there is administration view for the production manager when they can manage salaries and payment bonuses, etc. And of course, the schedule. As we read right now, you can have the schedule, no printed schedules on paper. So this can be really efficiently solved. So to summarize this kind of human journey manufacturing with persona and operator interface, let's have a quick video.
This is Ave. She starts working with the machine in the factory. She checks her tasks in the operator interface and starts working. Ave's access rights and personal data are managed by personal software. This is Gunnar, the production manager. He creates Ave's work schedule in the personal software. Gantt plan software automatically plans production, and production plan is updated in real time. Ave finishes the production orders. The production manager has real-time overview of this. Overtime and associated costs are then decreased by better planning. Better planning, better profitability with Estonian Industry 4.0 solution.
To conclude this, first of all, the business value of the integrated systems for Hyles is that, first of all, they get increased customer loyalty, that they can forecast further, more transparent production plans which they can share with partners and customers, a volume and efficiency growth by utilizing current resources better and better, and also reduction of waste and time losses. But this is only the first step in digitalization, as digitalization is basic hygiene right now for the manufacturing. Do you agree? Yes?
Absolutely.
And on top of hygiene, you can build innovation like big data, artificial intelligence, trouble prevention in manufacturing, and if you can forecast, then you can react to trouble or give some other experience. So better branding, better profitability. Thank you.
Okay, so if I can just maybe quickly put one or two questions to you. So Urmo, you have the factory, it's in the sheet metal processing business, and Andres, it's a software business. Tieto Estonia is a software business. So how did the process of communications begin for you to tell Andres what your issues were and what you may need in terms of software, and obviously for Andres to identify what might work for you?
Well, how we started from the very beginning, we had, first of all, of course, brainstorming, and then, of course, we discussed exactly where are the pain points in our manufacturing, what kind of clear picture we want to have. And, of course, then we asked, is there some kind of solutions available on the market, or maybe the software companies can create some new software for us, which it is necessary in our production or manufacturing. So basically, it was all based this way, that brainstorming and then full audit and analysis. So basically, these IT companies, they made a full analysis of our company and our today's processes.
And has the introduction of the four areas of software, the four pieces of software that Andres was talking about, have they led to the better production process, to better outcomes, better profits for your business?
Well, we have not implemented all of them today, but we are on the way, and so basically already from the first results, yes, I can confirm that this is really this way.
And would you say that's the way you describe yourself as an SME, you've 80 employees, wasn't it? It's a big enough SME. Would you recommend that might be the way to go, rather than you're not a big Bosch where they clearly can have plenty of people who are learning the IT or who are delivering the software? Is that a better fit for an SME of your size and maybe less?
Well, definitely, in order to be competitive as well in the future, and indeed to be profitable in the future as well, naturally, it is important to do something in a different way, and I firmly believe that this is the way to go. Digitalization, this gives much more efficiency and productivity, and through that profitability, of course, as well.
And Andres, from your perspective, Was that the aim of the company originally, that you saw yourselves moving into the manufacturing processing business, or did it come out of a process of evolvement?
Actually, all IT companies who were in the Estonian ICT cluster had the competence of digitalization of manufacturing. So in that case, it was joining forces, joining solutions, and showing that for the first time in Estonia, 4 IT companies can create unified product, which can be implemented to factory as large as Hurles or even more.
And presumably you're both learning from one another. You're picking out what he wants, he's picking out what you need.
Yeah.
Would anybody like to jump in here at this stage and ask a question or make a comment? I don't know whether there is anybody from an SME here who believes that might be a good fit. Yes. Do we have mics in the room? Roving mics? Oh, we do. Okay, gentleman just beside you. Thank you.
Hello. During the Industry 4.0, manufacturing is made already big changes, and they are doing many things differently. What is your opinion about how IT sector should follow the process, because IT is for supporting the business of manufacturing companies?
So I can take that. So the first of all is that right now all the software solutions are becoming more and more open and connected. So IT companies need to dig more into the industry and of course provide more open source APIs and connectivity in between the different solutions. So this is the only way as the world opens up with connectivity.
I think you mentioned a very right thing, that basically it's very important, this connectivity, how to transfer information from one software to another. Because today, so far, it has been sometimes quite mission impossible or very, very complicated, really. Now, I think the trend is changing, and hopefully it will be much easier in the future.
And you made a very interesting point. You said eventually every company becomes a software company.
That's correct.
Yeah. So, I mean, that is the way of the future.
And that's the case with the Estonian country, that in Estonia, the software is so well integrated for government that you only have to enter your data once.
Yeah.
That's the connectivity.
Okay, any other points or questions that anybody would like to raise? So on that point, thank you both very much.
Thank you.
We have little presents here for you. I believe they're ties to mark the Estonian presidency of the EU.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.